Hey family, we're Bobby and Shira Thompson, and we want to thank you for checking out House Culture.
We are all about helping you create a healthy culture in your home.
We would be honored if you would follow us on social media, if you would go to YouTube and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can search House Culture TV and find us there, and hit that subscribe button, and that would help us get our message out to more and more people.
This week, we are going to be talking about something I am so excited about. It is date night or date nights.
Yeah.
And I recently read a stat that couples who go on a date about once a month are the most likely to stay together for a lot of years.
A lot of years. So we want to give you just some tips today. And we'll start with couples. All right. Why should couples, married couples, no matter if you're newly married or you've been married for a really long time, why is it important to go on date night? Mm-hmm. So tip number one, we'll just jump right in. You gotta have fun.
I like this one.
We go on date nights and we don't always have to go and spend all kinds of money, but we want to have fun together. Life is stressful. Raising a family is stressful. Being a married couple is stressful. So put some fun in your marriage and go do something, relieve some stress, and have fun together. It's so important for every marriage to go have fun. So number two is
to reconnect emotionally. And we all go through hard things in our relationships, especially in marriages. And it helps just build a foundation to walk through some of those things and just to reconnect and forget about the worries of the day and the worries of the kids, but be able to have uninterrupted time together.
Yeah, focus on each other, rebuild that, rekindle
Not hear,
that.
mommy.
Yeah, exactly. And so I think a third reason why you should go on date night, and again, this is for whether you're, married for a long time or a short time. I think going on a date night is a great example to your children. It's teaching them how to love one another. It's teaching them, how to build a healthy, strong relationship. Even if your children are old and gone, you're still being a great example to them. And so I love, and we'll talk about dating our kids here in a second, but I love that me taking Shira on a date is being an example to our girls of how a man should treat them one day. And so when we do go on a date, we're being a great example, not only to our kids, but to couples around us, our neighbors, if you go to church, people in your church, you're being a great example to others of how to and why it's important to really be intentional about your relationship with one another. So those are just, 3 quick tips of why we think it's important to have date night. But let's talk about taking our kids on a date. That's something that we've always done since they were little, and something that we love to do. Yeah. And really the biggest reason, one of the biggest reasons is the one-on-one attention you're able to give your child. We all know that kids spell love Time. And it's how much time do we want to spend with them. And when we do date night and we, zero in on how's their life and what they want to do and having fun with them, it gives our kids personal attention. And that is huge for their development, for their relationship with you. So what else? What's another great reason?
Especially when you have more than one child, I think that naturally happens. We have 3, so that is big to us. Another thing that we think is super important, whether Bobby just takes the girls out or we together take their girls out, is they see us in a different role. They don't see, especially me, I'm home with them, so they don't do your chores, you need to help with this, and we're going to the pool or whatever we're doing. Sometimes I can be a little bit of a taskmaster, and when we date them and they see us in a different light, we can be more fun and make everything about them and maybe get them some treats that we don't normally. Just really treating them just like the gift of God they are, but also really pointing into those love languages that they need.
Yeah, it's almost like you take off one hat but put on a different parent hat, where we can have conversations and we can talk. It's not just do your chores and do your homework and get this done. It's allowing your kids to see you in a different light.
Yeah, it's out of everyday life.
Yeah.
So it's just a little bit different.
And I think the last one of why take your kids on a date, it really goes along with the first one, like, or the why we should date as parents, you're showing your kids how they should be treated. So whether you have a son or a daughter, doesn't matter. You're teaching them how to treat a young lady, how to be a good man and be honorable and be respectful and have integrity, and you're showing them how to love other people. And so I think dating your kids is being such a great example for them to see how mom and dad not only treat each other, but how someone should treat them when they get to that age. And so date night is so important. It's something that we've always loved and do our best to be intentional about. But let's be honest, it's something that can be easily pushed back and back and back if you're not intentional, if you're not careful.
And I do think with date nights, especially as a couple, you go through different seasons. We talked about that a little bit, but there are seasons where we're definitely, no, we need this.
Yeah.
And then there's other seasons where we can easily have a date at home and we can really make that time. So I think as you go through seasons within your marriage, it does kind of change also.
Yeah. And date night doesn't always mean you have to spend a ton of money.
Yeah.
It's more about the time you're spending together.
Yeah.
Our last date night a couple weeks ago, we literally went to a old church and sat and looked at the water and talked for 2 hours.
Saw dolphins.
And saw dolphins. So we live in a cool place. But hey, listen, thanks so much for checking out. We want to just encourage you guys, go be creators this week. Create a healthy culture in your home by dating each other. Date your kids and go do something. Have fun, release some stress. Let them see you in a different light. But we again, appreciate you guys checking this video out. Share it with somebody you know, and just help us get this message out as we continue. As always, if we can ever help or do anything for you, let us know. And one last thing before we go, if you have a special request of something that you would love for us to discuss, we're always looking for new topics to talk through. We've got a big list, but we want to hear from you. So don't hesitate to reach out and let us know how we can serve you best. But as we go, our prayer for you is Numbers chapter 6. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord's face, that's a good one. May the Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord lift his countenance upon you and give you peace. God bless you. We love you, and we'll see you next week.